That's a very promising thing that people are now taking to Sahaj Yoga in Belgium in such a serious manner, and they must understand their responsibility as they have got uh, the capital of Europe with them. So they have to be people of very lofty ideas and of very high culture. I must say for art, uh, they are real artists there. They really respect art and they have a great sense of art. Even now, after all this modern art has come, all these things have come. But I think that the number of artists we have in Belgium, in Serjoga, are the largest in the whole of Europe. It's surprising. But there are so many artists in our Belgian Serjoga that sometimes I feel that it's a combination, say music coming from Spain and from Belgium, this art is coming, it's really great.
My story about the artworks. In the second part of the year 2000, hesitatingly and ignorant, I started to make the first art piece. Not because I had the intention to, but merely because the message kept repeating in my head. Take a piece of the climber, a plant, and use it between two pieces of wood. In order to finally get relieved from this ever-repeating story, I started off the work. Little did I know where this message came from, but now I know better. The piece of art was mounted to a freshly painted wall. A little strange, not knowing what to think of it. From that moment on, I decided to make more art pieces to decorate the remaining ones. Thus, one after the other, they got gradually created. Each and every one did have to contain a Sahaj aspect. All of them inspired, of course, by the unconscious. That was the power of the divine. Every visitor, also the yogis, were enchanted by the art pieces, especially by their totally new concept. Being amazed the message did not speak from the art pieces themselves, I decided to add a short description to all of them. On October the 8th, 2000, Sri Navaratri Puja approaching, I took some pictures of the works to eventually show to Sri Mataji. The art pieces in question were the brain, number 4, the guard, number 5, three-forked path, number 6, I forgive, number 7, the snake, number 10, the attack, number 11, and the door, number 17. The puja having ended, I could come on the stage to show these pictures. At the request of Sri Mataji, I had to explain all the works one by one, speak about the used materials and the message. The works did not yet have a number at that time, nor a title. At number 4, the brain, I told her that it was inspired by the words of Sri Krishna, that the roots of the tree of life are growing in the brain. Sri Mataji had the photo in her hands and turned it upside down and said, "It needs to be like this." And so it went on. Mother asked questions and I answered. Then came the door number 17, the principle of the Agnya, the chakra with the 2 petals. I had to show ego and superego, and also the sub and supra-conscious. Finally, the psychic state represented by scraping off the paint on the 2 green sidelines of the frame, so that part of the black paint was visible. Then also on the bottom of the panel, the 6 enemies. Then Mother thought for a moment and said, "Now he become artist." Coronation. The lotus here refers to the face of the goddess, enhanced with her ornaments and an indescribable pleasing appearance. The decorated crown with inlaid jewels, pearls, and polished gems adorns her head. The connection with her children and followers lies within reach of all those who follow, recognize and love her. The trident, symbol of the Almighty. The Guru. I am called the Primordial Master, who dictated the 10 Commandments, brought them to earth on stone tablets, and taught all those who wanted to hear. Those who followed the laws became innocent, could ascend to a higher life, and shall see God. White Horse. Kalki Ashva Vahana Maharajni. The great empress riding the white horse of Sri Kalki, known as Burak in Islam. The 10th incarnation of Sri Vishnu. Riding a white horse and blazing like a meteor, he destroys impurity and establishes the kingdom of heaven on the earth. He, Christ, who rides the white horse at the end of the age. Kalki, the purifier who rides the white horse. These sayings and predictions come true, and at the end of time, selection will take place.
A symbolic representation of our inner evolution. Through wisdom and experience of life, the inner depth leans towards the center, towards the substrate for a higher spirituality, the 6 fields of energy. The 7th field forms the integration and the fusion with the unconscious. The outward attention leans towards the 6 enemies that represent an attractive world full of illusions, deceptions, and temptations. At the bottom, on the left and the right side, is everything that is built up and based on the false teachings in the name of the Lord, and build on illusions. But a radiant goddess, mother of the universe, is always vigilant and knows how to watch over her children. Once we have received our realization, and we can avoid and evade the visual images that illusion, Maya, conjures upon us, when the thoughts and consciousness are kept under control, in peace and balance, then the corrupt influence of the misleading unreality disappears. Then the Divine Mother projects the subtle sacred fire from the macrocosm into the microcosm. This means that those who follow her recognize her and believe in her, show with fieriness and under her control their duties in the propagation and spreading of the divine message.
What helps me in all this? Patience. Am I so patient? I doubt it. I really like things to go forward, but working for Mother is something else. That is a dimension beyond normal. And what I learn? Listening beyond thoughts, acting without doing anything, acting beyond the senses, acting beyond thought, acting beyond time, acting only with vibrations, acting with discipline and attention, and finally, acting with extreme patience. Working for the divine is very pleasant. It gives joy, a lot of joy. And this is expressed in imperturbable gratitude and bliss, to be allowed to work for her and serve her. Mother's creativity is unseen, completely new, unlimited, and inexhaustible. I do my best to follow her as an instrument. Only the divine gives me permission, strength, energy, and helps me to continue. When a work is in progress, it is accompanied by love, worship, praise, and pleasing. Because all of these reasons, the artworks carry and spread vibrations. Finally, have I once thought for just one moment to create artwork or to become an artist? No, certainly not. I do really like real art, that is true, but the great artist is above me, and I am only her servant and instrument.